Hello everyone. As you may or may not know, I am Fwipp. Today I come to you guys as the ghost of fools past. On this most intriguing of days, I personally never find it to be much fun, simply because of my own horrible past experiences with the day of April 1st. And today I bring you that story of why, ever since one dark day long ago, it's never been much fun for me. No, and it all ties into a single emotion, we'll say. Have you ever felt like you've gone too far? The idea that pranks can be as simple as changing the hot water and cold water labels on your taps. Well, people are so accustomed to using them anyway. It's just a silly idea, at best. But to say that that sort of a prank isn't good enough, and so you go on to more and more things. Do you know where that line is that you should not cross? I was not as old or as wise as I am now. No, when I began on the internet, I was not even quite a teenager yet. 13, 16, I don't remember the exact age. But for some time, I did have my own forum, and I had a vast array of online friends, very diverse. They are very fond memories of mine. There was Zerath Earthflame, the person who had such wonderful stories, so many various role-playing elements and abilities that I couldn't even fathom where he had gotten them all. There was Detective Pennington, somebody absolutely immersed in conspiracy theories, the paranormal. Everything had to be briefed by him, or he would start a riot that we had been withholding information of something. Again, these were just Miamu forums. That's even before PHBB. So obviously we weren't doing anything overtly ridiculous. No, it was all fun and games. There was Gastless Von Gear, somebody of the Sonic fandom, I believe. Wonderful guy. There was Todd, the Big Orange Boo, a Mario fan after my own heart. There were many, many, many people. Chomp Dude, somebody who I think was clearly older than me, for he had been the one to tell me in life that cursing is not a bad thing. In fact, any word, in fact, just has the meaning behind them which we put in them. So, if you say lighthouse as if you meant it to be a curse word, then lighthouse is a curse now. So saying the conventional curse words are actually not as bad as you would seem. He was also, into perhaps gorier scenes of violence and things such as that nature. He was a bit more mature than the rest of us. There was Archaghoul, the Rules fellow, who had a lot more knowledge about things than us. There was a Maisie Daisy, the strange person who seemed to be 3 people at once, never sure of its own gender, and very, very creepy in chat messages. But besides the point, this was my forum, these were my friends, and I had the horrible idea to pull an April Fool's prank on all of them. And I went too far. In the past, I had done something such as change every single word on the main forums to leak speak, but I decided somehow that that wasn't enough, that that was but a wasted effort. In fact, I decided that I would be the one to think of something for April Fools, because nobody else seemed to be online at the time that I was. Time zones, we'll say. But I single-handedly decided that something should be done. And what was it? What was it that I did? I made it appear that the forums had been lost. That's what I did. I went into the administrative controls and I hid every single message board. Then I created 4 or 5 more with the exact same titles as the first ones, making it look like I had somehow lost every single topic in existence. Trust me, fellows, if you want to make your April Fool's prank look like a database reset, my advice to you is don't do it, because I've been there. Because here's what happened. I didn't tell any of the rest of my staff about it because, glorious April Fool that I was, I wanted them to relish in the smartness of my prank by not revealing that it was, in fact, a prank. No. So, what he ended up doing, I believe it was Chomp Dude, my head other administrator, he locked all the boards. Yeah, so for the entire day of April 1st and perhaps a bit into April 2nd, everything was shut down and nobody was there. Everybody assumed that the forums had actually been hacked and lost. Horrible thing. You might not think it that bad, but everyone was extremely mad at me, of course. And even after I had brought all the boards back, it was never the same. Nobody really came back. They were all gone. It seems my board, that was the tipping point that its popularity it had. Very sad, actually. Just as other horrible areas in life, they all, I suppose, just went their separate ways and let it die. If you're wondering, the board still exists to this day. It was called Fwipp's Tower. Lovely place. Sometimes they'll drop by from time to time, leave a message on the boards. Hey, shouldn't we keep the community going? That's what it was all about, wasn't it? Having fun, role-playing, making art, being fans of Mario games. That's where it started. If it's all about having friends, why can't we keep it going? But no. I'm not entirely sure why it ended. But that was the tipping point. A horrible April Fool's prank. It seemed funny at the time. I created a very funny looking cartoon image. The Doom Muffin, I believe. It made it look like we were hacked by a muffin. I don't know why it was that funny. No, hindsight is always, oops, can't go back in time and fix that now, isn't it? No. That is how I lost all of my childhood friends. Most of them, anyway. There was a time in life when I was more alive on the internet than I was in reality. When you only really see friends at school, and school is a school environment. Are they all really your friends, or are they just your classmates? I'm sure I kind of combined the two into one. Except for, of course, my circle, who at lunchtime would get together and play Magic the Gathering. Or later in life, Super Smash Bros. Melee on the smart board in the art room. Anyways, my internet friends were more real to me than them there was no judgment of looks. There was no obligations. You only got to know people through their interests. And heck, what is a man? A miserable pile of secrets? By getting to know their interests, you got to know them perhaps better than your own friends. It was fantastic. Simply having the common ground to begin with, that everybody either liked Mario games of some version or other, was seriously the best thing that I could have probably wanted in friends. And so my story ends. Ever since that April Fool's Day, I shall never forget the time that I lost them all. I might joke around a bit. I know that I might switch the salt and the sugar around, perhaps. Do something in recognition of it. But for me, honestly, every April Fool's Day such as this one is a grim reminder of what might have been if I hadn't have gone too far. Life goes on. Yes, it must. I can only hope that if you are participating in any April Fool's pranks, you do not take this actor's folly as your own and forget your target audience completely, as well as thinking a bit about the dangers of going too far versus the dangers of doing too little, because at least with too little, everything can be fixed. And take care not to break that which cannot be unbroken, such as the kindness of others and their trust. The small things, such as hiding all the batteries in the house, will irk people. Doing something that they'll enjoy a lot more. I don't know. Making them a pie and making it look like one thing but actually be another. That's not so bad. They're not losing anything. Anyways, that was my cautionary tale for this April Fool's. You know the story and know me, well, I thank you for sharing it again. And if not, perhaps you'll consider your own experiences on April Fool's Day, and I trust that in some way or another you'll be amused by the jokes of others, and hopefully, unlike the me of the past, no one will go too far. I really, truly hope that that is the case. Thank you for watching.